Hello Aries, welcome to your October 2018 general horoscope reading with me, Joshua Lionlight. So it's October. Wow, lots going on this month. It's not quite as busy as last month, but we have Halloween and everything coming up, Aries. Partially why I'm decked out here in my pink jacket and all. But anyways, I got the tarot here. I've been tuning in already, Aries. Drop me a comment below though before we dive in here. Just let me know how you're feeling, what shaped up last month, what is shaping up this month for you. Share away, Aries. And let's get into the astrology. Now, if you don't want to hear the astrology and what is happening in the stars and in the planets, you are more than welcome to skip ahead to your intuitive message here with the tarot and the runes, okay? The first major astrological event I want you to watch out for, Aries, is October 5th. Venus will go retrograde. And so, while Venus is retrograde, this is going to be a time where you might experience more delays that have to do with relationship matters and money matters. So you can expect some delays. You're waiting for a resolution and conclusion, or a final decision with any of those things, relationship matters or financial matters. Those are really probably going to be put on hold. And you're going to really be asked with this Venus retrograde energy to internalize, reflect a bit more on those things, maybe what needs to change or be adjusted in the approach of those things. Okay, so that's kind of the energy with this. And then on the 8th, we'll have the Libra new moon. And Aries, this is probably, if I'm not mistaken, this is affecting your relationship house. Okay, relationship and partnership house. And you'll probably be feeling this Libra new moon energy the whole waxing phase of the moon. And collectively, this is like that time where we're going to be able to feel and see a lot more cooperation with others, being able to find the middle ground with others, with our partner, being able to form a compromise. That kind of energy is strong with this Libra new moon. I intuitively am picking up, and just overall finding that balance and give and take in partnerships is going to be a theme during this new moon and really throughout the whole waxing cycle after. And then on the 9th, we'll have Mercury moving into Scorpio. So Aries, this brings the communication to more in-depth conversations and discussions. We're moving away from surface. We're getting down and deep. Scorpio could be probing here, with it being here in, flaws. Flaws within yourself, flaws within your partnerships, friendships, circle, all that are going to be brought up. So flaws, some of the dark sort of subjects and dark sort of topics. That stuff Scorpio likes to bring up, and so discussing the deep and sometimes the ugly. And then even sexual conversations are going to be really showing up with this energy, and especially when the sun enters Scorpio on the 23rd of October as well. There's just going to be that kind of subject is going to be highlighted, sexual promiscuity, sexual education, just those topics popping up. And so just don't be surprised if you see yourself bringing up some of those and getting down to the root of some of that kind of stuff. All right. And when the sun enters Scorpio too, it's about honoring your depth of soul, Aries, your depth of soul. And in the season of Scorpio that we move into at the end of the month, you might be feeling more of a need to conclude something, or some project, a relationship, some part of your life, because that's the energy of Scorpio, so you can build anew. It's, giving laying something to bed, laying something to rest there. And then on the 24th, ooh, last card just popped out, Aries. On the 24th, you have the Taurus full moon. This full moon, you know, it's an earth full moon. So the fruits of our labor can really, really manifest with this energy. And that's really just the overall theme with this full moon in Taurus. You know, and Taurus is ruled by Venus as well. There's a lot of Venus action. The Libra new moon is Libra's ruled by Venus. And so we have a lot of Venus focus here in October. And so, yeah, man, I mean, especially Aries with anything you've been putting a lot of effort into, a lot of action, you know, that can really manifest and physically pay off. Also, Venus is sextiling Saturn this day. And so this is bringing, I wrote down here in my notes, it's bringing a softness to those who are in power, you know, bosses, managers, heads of corporations, all that. It's bringing a softening because Venus is in a positive aspect with Saturn here. And so you could feel, and I mean, you might be able to see a lot more of that ease and sensitivity with those authority figures. And so now might be a good time if you want Aries to seize that moment, you know, ask for that raise, that schedule change, or kind of just whatever it is you want. You know, now could be a good time while they're less firm and less, you know, all about the rules and everything. And so, and if you're in a position of authority, you know, you just might feel yourself softening up and being a lot more sensitive and really handing out, you know, maybe a bit more opportunities, you know, to those who you feel and see deserve it. So that is the major astrological stuff. I want to, in the extended reading, you know, that extended video link will be below, of course, in the descriptions box, but we'll discuss what exactly is going on Halloween, what to look out for on Halloween in a couple more days as well. But Aries, let's get into your intuitive message here. See what is showing up. Got my crystal here, so if I point around here with it, you know. All right, let's get you some runes, Aries. Whoop. Got a handful here. You get 5. Feeling a handful. Yeah. Alrighty. Wow. Okay, Aries. Gonna drop my crystal everywhere. Okay. So Aries, right off the bat here in October, you are showing here with the Queen of Cups being at the center of your reading, very in tune with your emotions. You know, you're being kind of granted that sort of gift of being very in tune with your emotions, keeping a steady sort of flow and emotional sort of understanding here I'm getting with the Queen of Cups. And there's a message here coming. One of the first messages I got here looking at the runes popping out with the cards is that there's a very strong protective feminine energy around you, you know. So there's like either a powerful feminine figure who is kind of acting as a protector, as a psychic energy worker, you know, or protector for you who is showing up here. And it could just be you, really. And I get that with Eel showing up here. Eel is coming across very protective in this reading. Symbol of protection and good fortune here. And so there's a very powerful and strong, you know, this, I'm getting to, Aries, that this is a time where you are really grasping and getting into your psychic and intuitive, feminine sort of emotional qualities and gifts. Really bringing that to a whole new level with the Queen of Cups, you know. Being on top of your game, you know, in that area. Being able to really decipher, I'm getting, you're going to be able to really decipher messages, crack codes, as it were, this month. Yeah, definitely that's coming across big time here. It looks like there's a little muddled confusion here with the Two of Pentacles in the recent past, and you know, you're moving out of this muddled sort of confusion, like which route should I take, which decision, you know, is best for me, what should I make here? So many possibilities, coming from a lot of possibilities and having to reach a decision. And you're able to you're able to reach a decision here in October, a very decisive, big decision, by tapping into more of your emotional facilities is what I'm getting. And rebalancing, bringing that, you know, emotional awareness up to par. That's what's going to kind of give you this decisiveness of being able to make that decision, you know, between this event. Not being so wishy-washy or unsure. And here at the root of your reading, let's talk face-to-face, Aries. So you have a couple of tens going on here. The Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. Okay, so this, I'm getting right off the bat, this is an extension of releasing some of the masculine, the over-excessive sort of masculine drive to just get things done, to accomplish everything, and to get it all done now. That kind of sense, that kind of urgency is, you're being asked to release that sense of urgency here in October. Completely release it, let it go, because there's a sense of overwhelm, you know, with it. And it's just not serving you here in October to be in that sort of state, that sort of mind frame. And, you know, you're going to make some, I think, discoveries here of what has been pinning you down, what has been holding you back, maybe who exactly, you know, has been giving you the weight on your shoulders, who's been feeling and what has been feeling toxic, and what you need to detox from your life. Some secrets, you know, hidden sort of agendas and revelations are coming to your conscious now, Aries, in October, especially approaching towards that full moon in Taurus. But I'm getting that a lot of this is really going to be starting, you know, earlier on in October for you. There's just a lot, you know, with the Ten of Swords here being at the root of your reading, you know, this is definitely speaking of a lot of internal wounds that you were really bringing to the surface, that you've been carrying with you and might be carrying with you some in October here, the burden of, you know, the heaviness of, and you're really being invited to do some detox work. And I'm getting, you know, even something physical, you know, really physical, that will help jar you out of this, Aries, you know, whatever it is, however small, however big, you know. So going to acupuncture therapy, going to get a massage, going on a run, even, you know, doing some sort of intense journaling, purging, you know, getting it out on paper, something of that nature is really being asked of you, so that you can really look, you know, perdro down here paired with it is really speaking of the depths of what is binding you here, and that's got you pinned down, that's holding you in your full potential back, you know, looking at the depths of what that is with Perdro and the Ten of Swords, and detoxing from it, you know, getting rid of it. Now I'm getting with the Ten of Wands as well, you know, if any of you do any kind of energy practice, Aries, if you're an intuitive reader, you know, like me, or if you do Reiki kind of work, anything like that, I'm getting that, you know, you might just kind of want to watch your bearings this month, you know. There is, with the Queen of Cups, you know, looking in this reading, it's looking right at the Ten of Wands here. There's a little cautioning here just to make sure that you don't take on so many new clients or so many intuitive readings that you know, send yourself into burnout. This is, you know, spelling out burnout. So you just want to make sure that you're exercising those protective qualities with your energetic state, you know, and pacing yourself. Follow your own rhythm, really. You know, follow your own rhythm. But there is definitely, Aries, a cautioning of burnout and overreaching this month in October. And, you know, some of you, it looks like, you know, even approaching the month, you may not be able to completely help it, Aries. You know, you're gonna be, some of you are just simply gonna be busy. You're simply gonna be busy. And so you're taking on maybe some extra work load, extra work hours, and, you know, it's happening. Now, we have Tyr sitting above it, and Tyr is, you know, it's upright, and so it looks like Tyr is giving you, Aries, the strong motivation to get through this busy spell, this extra workload, extra studying, whatever it is here, Aries, that is, you know, your plate is full, but you have the motivation, I'm getting, with Tyr being there to handle that extra amount of work, that extra amount of responsibility. And now here at the top of your reading, you have the Seven of Swords. So I'm getting a message here because Wunjo is up closest to it here. Wunjo, and then we have off to the left here, we have Radaho, and Radaho is reversed. So, okay. I'm getting the message here that there's a need to re-plan something, you know, or just take a second, third look at plans that have been made here, especially at the beginning of the month, that they're not concrete, that they're maybe changing direction is what I'm getting, or that you're being encouraged to kind of shift the direction with the plans a little bit. And Wunjo being here, you know, Wunjo is actually a very positive room. You know, it's about finding your purpose and what makes you happy. And so I'm getting here with that there's just a directional shift in, you know, achieving your purpose, achieving your goal this month. But also there's an underlining message here of making sure to use your intuitive feelings. And if something doesn't feel quite right, or something feels off about something someone is saying, especially involving those plans, you know, then you need to pay attention to that feeling and that, you know, butterflies in your stomach feeling, or whatever it is that however it is you're getting the signal, because there's something a little off about that or that person, you know, maybe some intentions that just aren't going to serve you the best, that aren't actually going to be that helpful for you. And so, you know, you just want to be careful. Also, I'm getting with that energy as well. But this is primarily, the Seven of Swords here is primarily coming across, Aries, as sort of this replanning and breaking away. I'm getting the message too, especially when it comes to your purpose and that passion of what makes you happy, breaking away from the standard route, the standard way to get there. Breaking away from that is what I'm getting here too for you. So that's actually, I like that. That's a really cool message. On the bottom of the deck, Aries, you have the Nine of Cups. Okie dokie. The Nine of Cups. So I'm getting that the underlining message there is you're building up and taking on, you know, some of those extra loads and responsibilities this month for self-achievement, you know, self-satisfaction. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. You're doing this for yourself, mostly so you can feel that sense of accomplishment and, you know, sense of pride too, I'm getting. Has to do with your sense of pride, and that is a-okay. You're being invited to do that, to do it for yourself, Aries. So that pretty much concludes this message here, Aries. And the extended reading, of course, we'll get a few more details and your animal spirit guide for the month, as well as your oracle message. And you get to pick, if you don't know, if you haven't done the extended reading already, you get to pick between 3 sets that I lay out. And these are just beautiful. I have to show you these. It's a new Sacred Traveler Oracle deck that I got here, and it's just beautiful messages. And so I'll get you both of those extended detailed messages in the extended video, which will be below. And Aries, if you want to do a one-on-one personal reading with me, then you are more than welcome. You know, email me, hit me up on my Etsy shop. All that information is in the descriptions box down below as well. And all the best this month, Aries. You got a lot of interesting messages going on here, and I'm sure you will utilize them and take them to heart, you know, and feel them out to the best of your ability. So, ta-ta for now. Oh, and by the way, thank you for all of the likes and comments, support that you've shown me last month. So beautiful. And thank you in advance, you know, for subscribing to my channel, because it really helps offer me the support and all that for everything I do. So thank you, Aries. And I will see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.